I'm going to call this Education Committee to order. I'd like to ask Melvina if she'd say a prayer for us.
Råder galandi här, för att heliga han ska jag till honom. Nimna det rosta heldig då häst. Nåle du data det här och häst oss vart lilla här anna gelegi ska du. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for all your blessings. Lord, we just ask you to be with each and every one of us and guide us and protect us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Melvina. Shelley, can we do roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Sean Crittenden.
Here.
Wes Snowfire. Keith Austin. Danny Callison. Here. Julia Coates. Joe Deere. Mike Dobbins. Rex Jordan. Johnny Kidwell. Here. Daryl Legg. Here. Dora Petskowski. Here. Joshua Sam. Here. Mike Shambaugh. Melvina Shotpouch. E.O. Smith. Condessa Teehee. Victoria Vasquez. We have a quorum.
All right. I'd like to ask for approval of minutes. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Going down to the reports. Vocational programs, Talking Leaves, Job Corps, Career Services, and a dadgum good lady, Diane Kelly.
I figured she was going to say from Peavine.
Well, I'm proud of that, too.
Oh, well, you've got my report. I just wanted to refer back to page 5 of the 7, which shows our career readiness signing and amending to put the $10 million in there for our construction of our training center. I want to say thanks to Speaker Shambaugh and Councilwoman Teehee, Dobbins, and Smith, and Jordan for coming over and being a part of it with our participants that were dressed in their attire. Job Corps was taken off a pause, believe it or not. We are now bringing students in. In fact, Jay told me they brought some students in today. They'll be bringing them in, I think, a couple of times a week until we get caught up. So one of the reasons we were put on pause is because you have to have a RN to do the physicals, and you also have to have so many of the staff over there. So I've been working with Samantha in HR, so we're getting that taken care of. So now we can get the students back in there. All the centers are working to get their numbers back up after the pandemic, so we're not by ourselves. So just wanted to share that with you. There's a sheet in your report that shows our offices. We opened up the Wagner office. It's over there on the right side. And then we've got Mays County, Pryor. We're having a ribbon cutting this Thursday for the expansion where we added the Human Services office, Jennifer's office with the Career Services office. So that's going to be a one-stop center. And if you haven't been to the Pryor office, you need to come up. It is fantastic. It's they'll be able to get most all their services there. And I know Danny is excited about it because he really wanted them out of Cherokee Heights because of the patrolling down there with tickets and everything. So that's Thursday. And then Rogers County, we're slowly getting in over there. We don't have anything scheduled for opening up yet. We're still trying to get all of our furniture, trying to get all of our staffing over there. So that will be another one. And then the chief was nice enough to let us move into the what was going to be the food distribution outlet. We were in the offices, Jennifer and I are, and we're still working to get some of the staff up there. So we will have some more ribbon cuttings here in the next few months, but we're real excited about the expansions that we're being able to do and appreciate all of the support from everybody. I guess the most exciting thing happened about 2 weeks ago. We were notified by the Department of Labor that we applied for a Eta Grant through the United States Department of Labor, and we're in a competitive mode with all the states. And we asked for the max, which was $15 million for 2 years, and we got it. And my staff, I can't say enough about Josh Drywater and Brenda Fitzgerald, Hunter Palmer, Deborah Lack. They all worked on it. We all had input in it, and now we have to just roll it out. And we're working on some projects in Sequoia County. We're working on some projects up in Mays County. And then we're also looking at these offices that we're expanding into. And we're hoping that we'll be able to do a lot more for our clients. We're going to take our career grant that we have and the Restore grant, which are ETA DOL grants, and we're going to move those into the 102477. So that way that we can expand into these other areas. We are taking the grant and moving that in with our Cherokee Career Readiness so that we can do a lot more customized training and do some of the things that are needed. I had a meeting with Todd Gord earlier. We're going to do some IT things that's badly needed, and we're going to work on expanding our electrical programs, and we're also going to be looking more into the health area. We've got meetings in the next couple of weeks with Rebecca Shepard and Laura Lundberg, and we're going after a nursing grant that's through the Department of Labor, which will allow us to expand into all parts of the 14 counties. So lots of good things happening, and I can't say enough about the stuff that's coming down the pipe through the Department of Labor. And that's basically what our whole department is about, is Department of Labor. And we're doing a lot of partnering and excited, and I'll have a lot more to tell you as we start getting these grants. We have a ribbon cutting this Thursday in Pryor. It's it's Jennifer and mine's open house. It's at 11 o'clock, and I think some of you all will be asked to come and help us with that. We've also got, let's see, tomorrow, staff are going up to Arbuckle, which is in Tulsa. It's a trucking company, and we're doing some apprenticeship with that group up there. We got approved through the Department of Labor to work on trucking for apprenticeship, and so we're going to be looking at health in the nursing area for apprenticeship. So apprenticeship is one of the things that we're going to really be pushing probably this next year with a lot of our programs and a lot of the businesses. Artero Banquet, we haven't had one in 2 years, and we're going to have one on Tuesday, November the 1st, and it will be here at the Chota Ballroom instead of the Hard Rock. And it will be for the people that were nominated and the ones that are runners-up and the winners. And we'll be getting invitations out to all of y'all for that here in the next few weeks. We're also recruiting for our Wildland Fire Program. We have applied for another grant through the Department of Indian Affairs for the Wildland Program, which will get us a couple of more trucks and a couple of more people. We're hoping to expand our Wildland Fire Program up into the Mays County area, and then we're eventually going to be looking at Catoosa, since we've got some space up there where we can do some PAC training and look at expanding our fire program so that we have an array of people to pull from in 3 different locations. So lots of good things happening. Are there any questions?
All right. Deputy Speaker?
Yes, just another clarification about the building in Veneta. Is it not open yet, or do we have staff there?
We have staff there. We
Okay.
just don't have all the staff there yet.
Okay.
We have one area that's open, and we still have to put some cubicles or a wall in there for the office space, because if you got to remember, it wasn't built for our offices. There was going to be an office area built for us, but since it was there, the chief said we could go ahead and move in over there, so that's what we're doing. Margaret Terrapin is there, and Christy Stites is there.
Thank
And,
you. I'm glad to know where they are. And of course, as we all know, that road is kind of hard to navigate these days with the
Yes.
construction.
Yes.
So I don't often go out that way unless I just have to. So, but I'm glad to know that's where Margaret is.
Yeah, and Jacob Paul will be up there as well. So
Okay,
we've got
thank you.
other people that are coming, and Matt Lamont will have somebody from reentry up there as well.
Great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Chair.
Counselor Austin?
Hi, Diane. I see, according to this list, the Claremore office is now no longer listed, so it's closed?
Yes, it is closed.
Okay.
It's at Catoosa now. The people that was housed at Verdigris are now at Catoosa.
Okay. Now, those 2 offices, Tulsa and Catoosa, are just 5 miles apart. They're not very far apart. Are you going to be merging those 2 offices?
Right now, one of the things that I have been asked to do is look at a 30-mile radius of all of the offices And right now, if you look at where Tulsa's sitting, it will cover another part of those other areas. It'll go in a different direction. And Catoosa will cover this area here. So that way, there's like a 30-mile radius in between all of the spaces of our offices.
But there's only 5 miles difference
I
between the two
understand that,
offices.
but it will go in a different direction as far as the services.
Okay. But for people coming to the office for any reason, they're going a long ways to get there. I just wondered, since those two offices were so close together, were there's any plans to merge those two offices?
Right
But
now, there is
apparently
not.
Not. Yeah, I'm not terribly happy about that office being that far, but because it makes people in Chelsea and all areas have to drive so much further to get services, and it's only 2 miles from the Muskogee Creek County line. Both of those offices are only about a mile from the line. But
About
I
2
can't-
weeks ago, Shannon Buell's staff went up to look at the office there. The Housing Authority is moving their office over behind the Catoosa office, where their housing office is. So they're going to be moving out of that building. And Shannon and his staff are looking at it for a possibility of them locating there so that they can be in kind of a central area for several of the other services.
Well, I know the building itself in Claremore is not a good building. It's a building with a lot of problems. So the idea of getting a different building. But I just seemed, why are those two so close together was really where my question was. Because we're putting two offices very close physically together, and then it's like making very big service areas to where they're both coming to really quite close together.
Well, Councilman Austin, I didn't purchase that building. I just was
Gotcha.
asked to make sure that we had services up there. So we're trying to look at the map and go in other directions so that we can go up into the Bartlesville area. And we're trying to get as close as we possibly can. And so we have a metropolitan area that we're working with as far as the businesses. That's why the Tulsa office was designed. Whenever Chief Baker was here, he wanted an economic development office. And the office there works primarily with a lot of the chamber activities and expansions of offices up in the Tulsa area. So that's why that office was designed. The office in Catoosa is going to be more service-related.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Any other questions for Diane?
Thank you.
Thank you. Diane, before you go, just want a quick comment. Just been here about 8 years, and it seems like every meeting you bring the passion, the energy, trying to do better things to employ and educate our people. And so just because we both live at Peavine, I can say good things too. So,
Well, thank you.
You are very appreciated.
Well, I'm just very passionate about the Cherokee Nation, and, you know, I have to tell people in Cherokee County and people in Adair County and people in Sequoia County, believe it or not, the Cherokee Nation is a lot bigger than Adair County, a lot bigger than Cherokee County, and there's counties up north and there's Indians up there, and we have to serve them, and we have to go all the way to the borders. And we're trying to do that.
Thank you. All right, Executive Director's Report, Mark Vance.
Now it's on, right. Good afternoon. I'm going to start out with some updates on some dates. Our Cherokee Cultural Festival for Children, we had it October 5th at Sequoia's Cabin. We had over 400 students attend. Our next one's going to be November the 7th at the Saline Courthouse in Rose. Registration deadline is November the 3rd. The one after that is the November 29th, Anna Mitchell Culture and Welcome Center in Veneta, and registration is November 29th. I can email this stuff to you, but I need you guys to kind of remember, and because they're coming up pretty quick. And boy, those kids love it. The storytelling, the basket making and weaving and marbles and chunky, archery, all there for them. So if we can get kids, help us get your kids there in that surrounding area, we'll have a great time, great outing. Another date you need to remember is, of course, October 1st, we opened up the concurrent enrollment for our high school kids. So it's back on the Gadoogie portal, and that closes January the 1st. Another date is Wednesday, the 19th of October. We're going to our youth council deadline. We extended it within our reservation because we need some more applications and bring those to Lisa Trice Turtle for the youth council deadline. And you guys have my report.
Deputy Speaker.
Mark, you were speaking a little bit fast.
Okay.
What was the date for the Veneta Cultural Center, when the kids will be there?
Sorry, Deputy Speaker. November 29th, Anna Mitchell Culture Center.
Yes, thank you. And will all those dates be sent to Gail so that she can distribute them to us?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Vance?
We just missed it, October the 5th. Yep. We had 400 kids there, so I'm sure you're well represented there, so great turnout.
Sir, will you be giving,
Sequoia,
Sequoia?
yes.
Okay. All right.
She sends her regards, she's out of town.
all right. Any questions regarding that, Mr. Vance? Mr. Callison?
Mark, on these scholarships, do we send that to each one of the schools, or is that the counselor's responsibility to make sure they get a list of these?
The counselors.
The counselors?
Yes.
Okay, so we actually need to do this off and go from there?
Yes.
You're not leaving, are you?
Nope. Okay, Sequoia. Okay. Thank you. Nope. I'm good. Thank you.
All right, up next, Head Start, Verna Thompson.
Good afternoon, everybody. This month, I'm excited to report about our Head Start Awareness Kickoff. It's every October, and this year we had the first day, which was October 3rd. We had characters up there at the village, posted in 4 different places, and we had Chief of Staff Bunch. Is he here? Yeah, there he is. He was Oscar the Grouch. And our Tribal Council lady, Dr. Teehee, was Cookie Monster. And they were greeting children as they arrived to school early in the morning. They were there before the routes began. But parents are asking, can we do that every day so that kids are easy to get in and out? They loved it. But I want to say thank you to those 2 folks for supporting us, as well as the Senior Director of Contract Health, Steve Carey, came up there. He was Batman, I believe. So everybody dressed up. It was really fun. Several parents dressed up. And lots of enthusiastic staff from the classroom and the admin staff were out there all dressed up, and Woody and Jesse and just Spider-Man, everybody. So they'll be back for the Fall Festival. The children love it. That day is about community helpers. So we'll have the police department, fire department, all of those folks that the children just love to see. But we'll have characters out then. The conference planning is in full planning mode, and we're excited. Chief has confirmed he'll be there Tuesday night at the gala to offer comments. The staff always look forward to hearing from him, especially if it's about our facilities. We had our meeting this morning. We meet every Tuesday morning, and we're getting down to the final details like playground design, and last week was more on the baseboards and such. So we're getting down to the real fine details of all the facilities. But we're real excited this month to host 2 AmeriCorps students. That grant was funded in July, I believe. And we hope to have those 2 ladies on staff before long. I checked on one of them this morning, and she was having lots of fun with the children. She was on the playground equipment with them, and they're just really having a good time. And I want to give a shout out to HR for helping us get staff on. We are getting ready to open another classroom in the village. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, we had 4 still closed because we don't have staff. So we're slowly getting there to open more classrooms. But this month will be the first PC Policy Council meeting for the new group, October 20th. So we look forward to meeting all of those reps from the different sites. That's kind of our month of October. Do you have any questions?
Councilor Lee?
When y'all build this, are y'all gonna have like new playground equipment and stuff on the inside, like kitchen sets and all that?
Yes.
I asked that because Bellefonte was reached out and asked if we had any play kitchen sets that they could put in their classroom.
The public school partners may inherit what we can't take with us, and it's all in good shape. So
Right.
we'll be taking inventory at different sites.
Okay, if there's anything left over, holler at me.
Sure,
Let me know.
we
You bet.
will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Verna, I hear we're gonna get to come back up and eat some good victuals with you.
Yeah,
Next month?
yeah. When is that? November for sure. Shelley, is it the
14?
November
think it's
14th?
14th.
Okay, we're ready.
We appreciate everything you do, and if
Likewise.
Corey ever backs out on that one deal, I got another Oscar the Grouch backup right over there. But, thank you
They
very
were so
much
good.
for-
I didn't mention that both of them are former Head Start graduates. You knew COS was. I did not know that Dr. Teehee was, so that was great.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say, Head Start is all about local design, and we're probably close to 70% former or current parents that are on staff. So we keep wanting to build that percentage.
We sure
Thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you, Verna. All right, Cherokee Nation Foundation, Janice Randall's up next.
Thank you. Good afternoon. You have my report, and if you look on the bottom of the first page, those are new programs that we've added. And I'm going to give you these because at the time we wrote this, we passed them out. We hadn't set the date. But that is going to be tonight, and it is a virtual PSAT and SAT, which that's where the students get the National Merit Scholarships and the really big, high-dollar scholarships, not through us, but just nationally. And so at the bottom, when a Cherokee student goes to our website and signs up for these, those are the codes that you see at the bottom that we send them. So they can go to their Zoom and they can put in the code, and that's their password to take the training. And we've also done the GRE, which we had one class of that, of 6, and all 6 passed that. That was our very first one. So now that we are virtual as well as in the schools, we are reaching so many more Cherokee students. And our scholarships open November 1st. They close January 31st. And after midnight that night, we can't help them. I do not have access to the website that they go to. We hire a company called Academic Works, and it's all through there. And so they go in and they fill out all their general information, and they click submit, and then it matches them to the scholarships that they qualify for. And they could apply for each and every one. It's not that they can't, but they're probably not going to qualify except for the ones that shows up. And then when I come back in April, I should have who the winners were. Do you have any questions?
Counselor Austin?
On this ATC Strategies Workshop, that's this evening, and you've got the ID code and the passcode here. I'm assuming that's so that we can share it with a student who'd be interested.
Correct.
Do you want that to just go out on general social media, or do you want it to be to where they would have to contact us first so that we
No,
would know that?
because
they would
it's
be-
tonight.
What's that?
It's tonight.
Yes, I
So
understand.
they wouldn't have time to probably do that, so you can just share it. We've been advertising it, and it's been in several papers, and it's on our webpage. But if we missed anyone, I just wanted to share it with you guys since this is our first one. We're
Okay.
going to try to do one right before, like every 4 months, right before the test. But I would like a good turnout on our first one, so, I would like you guys to share it as well.
Well, do you care if they're citizens of the Cherokee Nation?
Well,
Because if we put it on general social media, we have no control over that.
I want Cherokees serve first. How we usually do it is they go through our office and they upload their, Cherokee card, their CDIB. But I thought you were talking about your Cherokee Nation webpage.
No, I'm talking about social media, Facebook. Do you want this, do you want us to share this information?
No,
freely?
not really. I really want to target the Cherokees first, so
Okay,
they
that-
get the
that-
scholarships.
That was the point, that's where I was trying to get to.
Oh, okay, I'm
Uh,
sorry. I thought you meant on your Cherokee Nation,
No, I suspected you didn't want for non-Cherokee students to be able to just log in here.
Right.
And if we shared this
Right.
whole information, they would be able to do that,
Right,
correct?
right,
So we could share the fact that if they were interested to contact us and as a Cherokee citizen, then we could give them the information to log in.
correct.
That would be okay.
Correct.
But not to put it on
No.
social media directly.
No, because we have a limit right now. We can only take 500 students at a time, and so I don't want to knock any Cherokee students out.
Right, that's what I was trying to get to. I want
Okay.
to make sure that we weren't. 'Cause
Sorry.
The way that I thought we had it at that point was, it'd been easy for any of us to have shared it on social media, and it'd just been open to anybody who
Right,
took it, so we're good.
okay, thank you.
Most schools, the counselors would have had this information
They don't
already,
have the
right?
codes. They
Not the
have the
code, but
information.
but they would have had
that
the,
to go to our webpage and
dates
sign
and-
up.
Okay.
We send it out. And, we have gone to the schools and impressed upon the counselors to have their Cherokee students go to our webpage and check.
all right.
Although some schools, some large schools do not do that. And then the parents call and they're not happy, but
Well, doing what you can do, huh?
no.
Counselor Coates?
I had some of the same concerns as Counselor Austin, so I appreciate your responses to that. The other thing I would, I guess, are there going to be additional workshops like this in the near future? This is not the only one? Okay. Could I request that we get this kind of information maybe a couple of weeks in advance with the meeting ID, the passcode, and all of that kind of thing? Because I can shoot it out, and my list is extensive. It's got 25,000 people on it, right? But they are Cherokee Nation citizens. But I can't handle the number of responses I would likely get in the time that's left today, right? So if I can get this kind of information in advance and maybe just send them to somebody, to you or to whoever, to get the
Well-
additional meeting information, that would be terrific.
Okay. We will send out the paragraph, but we will not send the codes out. We don't get those till they send us their CDIB.
Okay,
And
fair
then
enough. But if
we
I
do-
can put that out and direct them your way in advance?
Yes, that's what we're wanting. This is just
Okay.
our very first one, so I just wanted to show you how we do it. and-
Okay. Yeah, and I
Um,
was hoping you would have more in the future, so this is great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Janice? Seeing none, we'll just thank you, Janice. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Right, none pending old business, none pending new business. Any announcements? All right, need one more motion. All right, all in favor? All opposed? We are adjourned.